Well, day one of the inaugural edition of the Under-19 T20 World Cup was a blockbuster one, and day two was no different. And I cannot wait to take you through all the action on day two of the Under-19 T20 World Cup in our segment The Outside View, which is powered by Elista.
स्मार्ट हो रहा है इंडिया जैसे इंडिया में बना एलिस्टा स्मार्ट एलईडी टीवी विद वर्ल्ड क्लास क्लैरिटी एंड अमेजिंग फीचर्स.
Let's start with the game that was played between Rwanda and Pakistan. Rwanda batted first and they weren't able to put a very big total on the board, and Pakistan chased it down to win their first game of this tournament. Let's see what's the story of the first innings there. Well, Pakistan's bowling was commendable in this game. All the bowlers were quite economical with the ball. Arisha Noor provided the team with the early breakthrough. She finished with 2 wickets to her account in the game. Speaking of Rwanda's batting there, well, Cynthia Tiuzere and Giselle Ishimwe were the ones who created some impact with the bat, especially Ishimwe was the one who played that patient knock for Rwanda. Speaking of the chase there, well, Rwanda's bowling was quite impressive at the start of the innings, but it was all about the game that was played by Iman Fatima. Initially, she took some time, but once she settled down, she produced a wonderful performance with the bat. Especially after the drinks break, we saw that she started to play an attacking game, scored those 16 runs in 1 over, and that's where Pakistan got the momentum, and Arup Shah, the skipper, supported her well from the other end, and that's how Pakistan chased down the target to win the game. Moving on to the next game that was played between West Indies and Ireland. West Indies batting first, they scored 125 runs and they came on with a good bowling performance there, and they defended the total and won the match. Speaking of the first innings there, West Indies openers, they did start the game on a very good note. They were patient, they were scoring through a lot of boundaries there. They were taking some time, but they built in a partnership. That was important. But after that, it was Zaida James who scored that important half century for West Indies. We can say that it was quite her game, because when West Indies came on to defend the total, yet again she played a very important role there. Well, for Ireland, it was only Squires who was trying to get the team to the finish line. She did not get that enough support from the other end, and the reason behind it is Zaida James' spell. She picked up 4 wickets in the game, scored that half century as well. What a dream debut, what a commendable performance from this youngster it was. Well, there were quite a few dropped catches from both the sides in this match, and that is something that the teams would want to keep in their mind moving ahead in this tournament. So if you think that this was all it, then well, no. Some more exciting action was waiting for us later in the day. So let's talk about the game between England and Zimbabwe. We saw that batting first, England put a massive target of 200 for Zimbabwe. They came in to defend that total beautifully and won the game by a big margin. So what was the story of the first innings there? The England openers started the innings on a very good note. They were finding some really good gaps. They were looking positive. There was some great intent in their batting, and not just the openers for that matter. All the batters who came in to bat, it felt like they were all set right from the moment they walked in from the dressing room. Whether it was Grace Scrivens, Niam Holland, or Pavley for that matter, all of them produced some wonderful performances with the bat, and that's the reason why England could score the highest total of this tournament so far. For Zimbabwe, we knew that chasing down the target, it would have been a very big challenge for them. And that's what we saw there. England continued their domination in the match with a wonderful bowling performance. Sophia Smale picked up 2 wickets, and the skipper, well, she had a perfect day today, something that probably she would have dreamt of. Good performance with the bat there, and coming in with the ball and picking up 4 wickets. It was quite Grace Scrivens' day. Talking about the other game that was played between New Zealand and Indonesia, well, it was a historic day for Indonesia. Though they did not finish on the winning side there, but they would want to keep this match in their memories for a very long time. Talking about the match there, well, New Zealand restricted Indonesia to just 74 runs there, and then came in to chase down that quite easily and won their first game of this tournament. Speaking of the first innings there, well, New Zealand bowled wonderfully in this match. They were quite tight with their bowling, and they showed some real dominance in the power play itself. No batter from Indonesia was able to provide any sort of resilience for the team, and that's the reason why New Zealand could restrict them early on. Chasing down the target, well, the New Zealand openers were like, we'll do that for the team, and New Zealand easily won the match as Anna Browning and Hamilton, both of them chased down their target and finished things on a positive note for New Zealand. Just 2 days into the Under-19 T20 World Cup, and there have been such wonderful performances, so many talking points, and I know that you guys cannot wait for day 3. I cannot wait either, and I'll make sure that I bring to you all the updates about day 3 as well. But for that, you will have to stay tuned to Women's Cricket Zone and to our segment The Outside View, which is powered by Elista.
स्मार्ट हो रहा है इंडिया, जैसे इंडिया में बना एलिस्टा स्मार्ट एलईडी टीवी विद वर्ल्ड क्लास क्लैरिटी एंड अमेजिंग फीचर्स।